this whole thing about interconnectedness, when we see ourselves as independent, then everything is somebody else's problem and not our own. And it's like, who cares? And I think that a lot of humanity is almost, I talked about those in power. To a certain extent, to a large extent, there's an intention to keep you distracted and keep some level of chaos for people to continue to, who are in power, to keep on dominating the decision-making processes. And it keeps a lot of people in this, the chaos keeps us in this fight or flight part of our brain, which then impedes our ability to reason and think clearly through things. And the thing that I guess that I ask the most out of everybody is just to take a moment of pause, introduce some stillness in your life, think about being empathetic, which means your ability to project yourself into the perspectives of other people. Ask yourself, what does it mean to be a steward and a caretaker? Because, we went from stewardship to ownership, and our society is based on ownership, but ownership asks us to claim rights over stuff. Stewardship asks us to claim responsibility over stuff. What does it mean to be a caretaker and a steward? Whether it's of plants, trees, your own animals, your pets, your loved ones, your community. What does stewardship mean to you? And find ways to take on that mantle of stewardship in any which way you can. And it's not binary. It's not an all or nothing kind of thing. For instance, we know that consuming meat is harmful to the planet. There's no two ways about that. It's evident. And the thing is, for a very long period of time, people have been telling us, you consume meat, it's bad for the planet. I eat meat, even though I know that it's bad for the planet. But I've decreased my meat consumption because I want to be a better steward for the planet. Maybe I just have meat maybe like once a week, and I try to do more vegetarian kind of stuff. But this is my own way. And the thing is, it's not with judgment. I'm not here to point fingers at anybody and say, you're not doing what you should. No, not at all. Each of us in our own way just has to be reflective. And it has to be something that's just born out of you to want to do, to just think about that. And again, have some empathy towards, here's the other thing too. People are talking about going to Mars and the moon, cool spacesuits. You know what? Humanity didn't evolve living in bubbles and stuff like that. We didn't. When I think about humanity someplace else, it's not donning spacesuits and what did Matt Damon say, right? Sciencing the crap out of it or whatever it is, right? Because he's just like gonna grow potatoes and Matt Damon. So here's the thing. We as humans evolved on this planet with a huge moon that goes around every 28 days and has, we're used to tides, we're used to sunlight hitting our skin, we're used to the smell of fresh grass being cut. Humanity is not just Homo sapiens. Humanity is everything. And the thing is, I don't believe that humans, Homo sapiens, in the absence of everything else that we evolved with, make it as an interplanetary species. And I have no reason to believe that Homo sapiens is the last hominid, because we have evidence that other hominids existed before us. Why do we think that? Here's the thing, folks. Everything evolves. Why do we think Homo sapiens is the end of evolution? Like, our species, that's it. Everything else is keep on evolving, but Homo sapiens, that's it. That's where it ends. It'll end if we're stupid, but not because that's the natural process. And I have ideas about what the next hominid is. I call it Homo machina, which is like a synthesis of machines and humans. But that's a separate discussion. But in any case, this is all to say, man, we're ready to go to Mars, but we don't even understand the friggin' ocean. You think going to Mars is gonna be, easy? It's like, I can tell you right now, if you take me and you put me in the Antarctic, I won't survive more than like 10 minutes. And that's on the same planet, let alone something that is that far away. So another way to say this is that the best place in the universe for humans is Earth, because this is where we're from. But with that, I thank you, and I'm open for questions. Thanks.